the entire system that relies on natural medicine.
And they claim fluoride's not good for your thyroid.
Yeah, and then they say, and the FDA says you only need this much percentage of iodine a day. Oh, wow, the standards to where you just don't drop over and die. It's like vitamin C. It's like you only need 100% RDA vitamin C, which is barely just enough to not
You only need
scurvy.
one bite of an apple a day,
Yeah.
so your teeth won't all fall out.
Exactly. But those are high quality standards. No, actually, you know what? I want to go beyond to where I'm just not about to die. I kind of want to feel optimally healthy. But if I followed the FDA stuff, I'd probably maybe not totally
Now, forget
die of
Linus
deficiency.
Pauling won 2 Nobel Prizes for science, saying that mega doses of vitamin C were the key there. But just
Look,
and
there's a
forget the
reason rickets are back in the United States.
Absolutely. And you go to the doctors and they won't tell people the reason their legs are being chopped off or the reason they can't fight infections because these people never eat leafy vegetables.
It's true. They don't take vitamins. They don't know any of it. And then we're bad.
Wait. We're going to skip this break. I'm going to call. So you're a conspiracy theorist. You're claiming that I need vitamin C. I'm going to call the FDA. You're claiming.
And you should call them.
Wait a minute. Are you going to claim I need oxygen next?
I'm going to claim you need thousands of percentages higher vitamin C and oxygen. And I think it's actually good, and I think iodine's good.
You're claiming if I go down 100 feet under the water, I can't just breathe water.
You could. You could try it.
It works for about 30 seconds.
I hear it feels pretty good after a little while, actually.
That's a good way to go.
Yeah. So I guess maybe that is my recommendation.
Are you ashamed to be involved with a snake oil salesman that claims we need oxygen?
You know, not only do you claim we need oxygen, you claim we need vitamins, and not even just oxygen, actually. Water, which, by the way, in Europe, you can't say water cures dehydration. You cannot say that. Companies have been attacked over that. Okay, that is a claim. So we're not going to say it on air here. We're not going to say
absolutely. You do not need water to live. You do not need oxygen. In fact, you don't need brain force. You don't need DNA force. That's equivalent to what 500 cartons of blueberries in it. The next level of vitamin C, a bio-PQQ. You don't need a planet to live on. In fact, we never existed.
It's all facts. This is all real life.
I'm not being sarcastic. You know, Reuters says it's a conspiracy theory if you even discuss martial law in Turkey. I'm not kidding.
There's a piece right here about that, actually. Where is it? They just shut down 130 media outlets and dismissed 1,600 military personnel. That's a conspiracy theory, too.
China just completely declared martial law over media. No reporting online allowed, period.
No, that would be bad.
Yeah. But, again...
That's actually the noise that China makes when they initiate the censorship button. There's like a big red button, and it just makes you go, yeah. That's the noise you got.
Goes,
yes.
He goes, we want a shrubbery. Like, oh, here's a shrubbery. I want 14 strawberries. I want 20 strawberries. 50 strawberries.
It's true.
Well, you know, there's another conspiracy that we talk about that the carbon dioxide level is actually lower than it's ever been in the history of the planet. And that's what's causing the deserts to form. And of course, that's an admitted fact, but it doesn't matter. But the UN has said that actually carbon dioxide should be lowered and it's not needed. It's actually a bad guess. Did you know that, Anthony?
There's a lot of conspiracies out there. You know,
but see, that's like saying oxygen needs to be banned. I mean, they're really doing this, folks. Without oxygen, which is a trace gas, bye-bye. And without carbon dioxide, bye-bye to the plants who create the oxygen. So bye-bye to everybody. Bye-bye, bye-bye. But FDA says, hey, do not say you need oxygen. So I think, everybody, put a noose around your neck, hang it, turn purple. You don't need oxygen. Of course, that'll actually kill you, but it's okay. Go. I'm sorry, Anthony.
You're triggering me right now. I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to take my mic off live. You're triggering me.
What triggers me is Marilyn Monroe in her prime.
That's triggering me, too, actually. There's a lot of triggering going on. Hey, you know what? This is the culmination of a 28-hour broadcast, and we haven't gone crazy yet. And you were here till like 1 a.m. last night.
I'm not a good American, though.
No, you're not.
We're doing important work, though, at 1 a.m.
We were doing important work, actually. It's a lot of important work to be done.
It's not a conspiracy. What's going on?
No. It is a conspiracy. We just created a conspiracy.
I'm just not trading punches anymore.
How's your arm feeling?
Not too good. And Weldon's trying to act like his. He's like, oh, look, I got a little bruise, Alex. Oh, you're so tough. I'm like, yeah, dude, right. What's going on? Oh, my God. That was fun, though. Oh, it hurt me. Anyways, I'm back to 8th grade now.
So just, hey, you only grow up so you can go back to being a child again, right?
Once the man, twice the child.
Yep, there you go.
All right, Nancy, we're going right back to you in a moment. We'll go to these calls. The time has come. The time is now. Marvin K. Mooney, you must go now. James in Colorado, you're on the air. Thanks for holding.
What's up, Alex? It's funny, I actually talked to you during the money bomb and sent me that $200 gift card. So I did try out your products. They are really, really great.
Thank you, brother. What products do you like specifically?
Brain Force was good. I didn't get the energy that I was hoping from the products, but it was fine because it had this long-term detox effect. I was like Rob, taking 4 or 5 at a time. So
yeah, that's wet cat force.
So I want to talk about Hillary and Bernie supporters because I'm a liberal. So your YouTube cut, I guess, is I'm saying that these people are lazy, sappy hacks at best, and at worst because they're easily animated by spirit of violence and craze. That's what they are. They're violent, crazy people. And you can look at Hillary Clinton's emails, like WikiLeaks has hacked, or actually this is unclassified, but she says, quote, the best way to help Israel deal with Iran's nuclear capability is to help people of Syria overthrow the regime of Assad. It's actually one of her emails. You look at Sanders, it's like, just go to Google and says, listen to what he says, and type in Bernie Sanders scandal or Bernie Sanders flip-flop and just read 5 pages of all the articles, and you'll learn.
Well, Bernie Sanders is a complete fraud and a con man, and it's just a total blob. He's like every other communist dirtbag we've ever seen. And, of course, he was there shilling for Hillary the whole time. And, of course, he dropped out. And, of course, he let her steal it. And he's a disgraceful person. And any of his snot-nosed followers that don't admit they were conned are aiding and abetting it, James.
It's almost amusing, but the fact that they're both such war hawks and there's this fake competition between them, I'm glad that people are seeing Hillary as the thief of all this stuff.
Exactly. She's so unpopular. I can't believe they're going to install her or try to. Have you seen the new Age Skrillex, Carl the Cuck extravaganza video on Infowars.com?
I have intentionally avoided that. I know it's going to just be over the top.
No, it is a beautiful work of art. And I want to say this seriously. I'm not always gay, but when I am, it's for Age Skrillex.
Well, you're going to catch AIDS that way, so be careful.
All right, I appreciate your call, James. I don't think the real person, it's a joke term. I didn't create it. But I do want to invite Age Skrillex, or whatever his name is, and Carl the Cuck. We had Obama phone lady here. I'm offering Age Skrillex and Carl the Cuck $5,000 each and all expenses paid to Austin to come here and be in studio. And I think instead of them running and hiding and being all depressed as we've been told they are, which I'm sad, they should come in here and let us deprogram them. I'm ready to do it. I am ready because of my man crush. Okay, that part of the joke is over now. I don't know, Age Skrillex, can we play some of the animated video from the background for TV viewers? I'm sorry. Anthony, admit we've got a crush on Age Skrillex.
No, look, let's be honest, all right? These are two really powerful people, and
intellectual giants.
I personally like Carl the Cuck. That's my favorite. Age Skrillex is good. He's great.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? His face.
He looks like a weird, skinny Rachel Maddow.
He has such joy in his face.
Such arrogance.
He's like, literally, I would follow him into battle. I would follow him into battle, man. He's like a Braveheart level leader, okay? He's like William Wallace on steroids. Look at his face.
It looks just like him.
Whoever did this is great.
I want to. Oh, my gosh.
The neck fat, too. It's perfect.
Oh, my God. They're talking about how much they hate Western civilization right here.
Yeah.
All right, turn it off. I'm sorry.
I would love to have them come here. That would be great. It would be worth every penny of the $5,000 each.
Oh,
it would just be great.
Sold tickets. Jason in New York, you're on the air.
I'm a very, very big fan of the show.
Thank you.
You're brilliant.
No, I'm
You're
not.
Very brilliant. Yes, you are. The way you handled Karl Rove, the Young Turks, he was brilliant.
Oh, you're nice.
I do agree with Gwen, the previous caller. You are brilliant and you're very brave. And also, we need to pray for them. Pray for their release from the clutches of evil and sin. It will be like a mountain full of force that even they can't stop. I've got to question, are we really that powerless, the American people? Are the voices of the American people suddenly of no relevance? Do you remember the film Howard Beale from Network? He wanted 1 million telegrams in the White House. Well, how about 1 million telegrams to the FBI, to the State Department? We can do it. The listeners can do it. Speak your anger.
Well, sure. I think the 1 million telegrams have been sent figuratively. I mean, did you see the video? Or it's on InfoWars. How within a second, less than a second, when he hears, "Would you have prosecuted Hillary?" Eric Holder, the former Attorney General, runs like death is at his doorstep.
Well, the FBI, I don't know what they're waiting for, but if they knew they had the full support of the American people, things may just change. Call them up, write them letters. They're there, they answer the phones. But are we that out of line to request for clarity, honesty, diligence on behalf of the USA? We may as well be voting for Prince Abubu, as you mentioned. True.
You're just jealous that I'm getting 1 million from Prince Abubu. You're just jealous, Jason, that you're not the one getting it. Prince Abubu likes me.
You're precisely right. That's right.
I'm going to be somebody now. The prince is coming to meet me.
And when you speak to Hillary Clinton supporters, don't waste time. All they say is, I don't have to answer your questions. How dare you make me wrong? I'm a woman. Don't waste time speaking to them. They're like sheep. They'll wake up eventually, but don't waste time with them.
Great point, sir. Sorry, go ahead.
You're brilliant. Your show
Stop it. Stop it. I love you. Look. We're just chronicling reality here. And our rose-colored darling's a little bit thinner than some people's. Some people got a hood over their head. Jason, I know Anthony's going to take more calls from Gina and Christine and Greg. Or was that Christian? My eyes are blurred in the lines. Rob and others. And he's got a bunch of clips he's going to get to and a lot more. What else you got coming up, Anthony Gucciardi?
I've got a lot of news. I've got some interesting stuff. I mean, Merkel says, oh, there's no way that she's going to rule out anything of the migrant policy, that after the attacks, just let them all in. It just continues.
You call it migrant. It's not an invasion your own government's orchestrating. And don't forget, the sale's going to end today. There'll still be some sales tomorrow, but the big one has to end, because I can't keep offering these prices on some things. 40% off storable food, 40% off Rainforest, 30% off on a whole bunch of other stuff. InfoWarsStore.com, InfoWarsLife.com. 20% off on all the Patriot apparel, Hillary for Prison, Bill Clinton rape shirt, and the money we make goes into waging war against corruption. Great job to the whole crew. Great job to Anthony. 30 minutes left in the nightly news tonight with highlights the last 28 hours straight ahead.
I'd say that's some perfectly epic music to bring us into the final frontier here of the InfoWars Sleeping Giant, Operation Sleeping Giant marathon. It's been 28 hours. 28 hours of continuous broadcast. Now, some people back there, the producers, have been here the entire time, as well as many other people in this building. Of about 60 people, I'd say a decent percentage stayed 28 hours the entire time. So that's since yesterday, the beginning of the show at 11 a.m. to now. So it's been a pretty epic ride. For me, I slept about 3 hours last night and came in about 7, or woke up about 7 to do the show. But I will say this, it is an amazing thing to, number one, to even look at the emails that come in and see what people are saying about it. Number two, to think about all the people that are actually just collectively putting their energy into this, something that's meaningful, something that's profound, something that is actually going to do something in the world with purpose, right? As opposed to, you think about, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but think about all the people that take their energy and they put it into something like fantasy football, right? Doesn't mean you're a terrible person if you're playing fantasy football, but the people that just sit there and they just freak out about getting the right linebacker or whatever, or they go and they watch the sporting events and they just freak out about it. They pump their energy. They yell. I mean, I've been at Super Bowl parties, which... I see the most insane things possible. I see people literally taking as much energy as I have to do this entire program. So I could take the energy that they have screaming at the television for their sports team to win. I could take that amount of energy and do an hour on this show. And I could take that amount of energy and encourage you to do something with actual purpose, which is to support something like Operation Sleeping Giant. I do want to remind you that the specials on InfoWarsStore.com